you made this statement, Carl. I think most mortgage companies need to step up their white glove. And you hadn't taken a deep dive into mine, but you were saying, hey, if I want you to take a deep dive into mine, you'd give me 2 weeks to go up there and clear house a little bit so I wouldn't be too embarrassed. So, what do you mean by that? So, when you're saying uh, I need to clean up my white glove service, first of all, what is it? And then what am I here? I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to write them down. What is it? What am I losing by not doing it? And what am I gaining by doing it? All right, so I'll ask one at a time. What is it? What's white? Yeah, we've heard that term, but in the mortgage business, what is that?
It is delivering a course, better than what's expected. And so let me take a step back. This will make sense, I think. What a lot of us want to do is we want to grow and we get better at sales. We get better at the process. We start recruiting, right? And we do that but the challenge is as a manager, and a lot of managers come out of sales, you really got to focus on your customer experience for the process, right? You got to work on your workflow. You got to get the team to master the workflow, and you got to get them to master communications so that the agents, the clients, that everybody involved goes, man, these guys got it together. Because we've all seen mortgage companies, they start getting busy, and then what happens is, well, the team isn't as together as the sales piece is, and they start dropping the ball. Then the loan officer starts to panic, and they're hanging out in their files. They're not continuing to go get more business. So you really got to. We have this map we create, and so that everybody sees who whose role is what and how it affects the other pieces. That's really important. Most people don't know that. And then at each level, what are the communication stages so the people are going, wow, these guys are on top of it. I have faith in them. They're delivering. I hope that answers your question.
That does. So, because I always thought, like white glove service, I think originally my picture of it was a little bit more superficial than that, quite frankly. Because what I was thinking of originally when you brought this up, which is why I hit the record here, is they show up my office. I got a fancy dancy teapot, and I got which we do, and I got a fancy dancy, little Bristol machine, and I got somebody at the front door that meets them, and if it's loan officers coming to work with us, their names on the front door. If it's a borrower coming to sign papers, their names on the front door. And we take we have one name up between 9 and 9:30, and then take that name out and put the next name up at 10:15, kind of thing. But you're going to a whole different level here. This isn't just about like, because I always kind of equated it to going to a restaurant. How do I feel special? They give me the nice napkins, they pop it in front of me, and put it down on my lap. But you're going deeper into that. You're talking about like on through the loan process.
That's where, because the name up and all that's nice. It's great. It's good for the ego of the client. That's good things. But if if the process isn't followed and there's holes in it, it's like being on a plane flight and they took off early and everything's been good. If they can't land that plane, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And so you want that flight to be as smooth from takeoff through landing. So everybody goes, man, that was easy. I liked that.
Mhm.
That's what's going to get you back. And so many of us, all those other touchers are nice that they can, but are they really making the difference with the agents and the clients?
Mhm.
And the way
Hey,
you
so
communicate and keep them updated and solve problems, that's all what I consider white glove. If you
and
do
when
it,
and when I ask these questions, these are the anytime somebody says, "Hey, Carl, I got an idea," these are my three questions. Actually, there's four. What is it? What are we losing by not doing it? What are we gaining by doing it? Who's doing it? Right. So that's my four questions. So I get the what now. It's a much smoother flow, much smoother process. Uh, Keeping things tight to make the people feel special, including the employees in the branch. I bet you. I bet that's a very close rollover.
yeah,
So what am I losing by not doing it?
growth,
Yeah.
because we've all tried to go out and sell, and man, we can have the best story, we can be the smoothest salesperson, we can get, but the truth is, we've all heard the old saying, you're only as good as your last deal. Well, there's some truth to that. If it's
Yeah.
not going smooth, right? If I'll go back to the flight example, man, you can be a loyal, whatever, name the airline, but if your last couple flights haven't gone well, yeah, maybe not so much, right? I'm going to continue. And what we're really looking for is to build that client following, that real asset base where the agents and the clients keep coming back to you because it's gone so smooth.
Frankly,
That's where the
so we get that
fun.
5-star review because that's a very, very, very powerful thing these days.
Oh, by the way, we coach on how to start, and we'll jump your 5-star review because we coach. You got to start asking for the 5-star review at the beginning and throughout the process to kind of mentally prep people. It also, if they say, hey, by the way, we're going to be asking Carl at the end of this for you to give us a 5-star review. I'm not asking for it today, but if I were, is there any reason you couldn't give it to me? Because that gives me a chance to say, yeah, I wish this, okay, I can fix that.
And I got
And then
time.
most of the time, people are going to go, no, you're doing great. So at the end of it, yeah, I've been telling these people, they've been telling
Mhm.
me I need a 5-star. I'm going to give it to them.
Mhm.
Your 5-star reviews will jump if you include that little
And then you get
process.
more referrals from Google from people doing searches. So
100%.
hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. All right. So what is it? It's front end and back end and to your employees. Number two, what am I losing? Money in my pocket, right? We're talking about deals here, right? So
100%.
yeah. What am I
But
what
but you really got to map it out so everybody can see. Because what we have a tendency to do as leaders, we give somebody a job description, or we give them, you're a processor, you're an LP, whatever, you come on the team. Well, unless I really see how the flow is and understand what I'm responsible for, I'm just going to bring what I had at my last job. And it's
mm,
probably not going to be what I want as a leader,
mhm.
right? I'm
Yeah.
going to bring my old habits because I nobody's told me what I need to do to do it right.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not like if you don't have good white glove service, likely it's very likely it's not your fault. You don't even. I didn't know what it. Hell, I didn't know what it would look like, which is why we clicked the button here. It's like, tell me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, all right, what is it? Got that? What am I losing? Money. Uh, w- what gain will I have when I implement this?
Well, about 96, I don't think it's ever 100%. Let's call it 96 to 98% of your loans close before or on time, and your client following and client satisfaction and agent following and agent satisfaction will increase, and you'll get a more loyal following.
Mm, and
I
close
hope.
more loans
Yeah.
and have happier people both coming to me and in my office because everybody's not calling mad all the time. And hence I have happy people in the office.
Yeah,
Hey,
you literally, there's a whole gap process on what if this happens or what if this happens, who's responsible, how do you solve it? When that does, man, the stress levels throughout the whole operation go down. That's pretty good.
I like that. And then the who. Am I, and I know we literally have 2 minutes here. Am I the one that's in charge of this? Which is an okay answer. It's a real question. Am I the one that's in charge, or do I hand this to, do I do everything? And do I come up with the ideas and get the team of who's going to do each piece, or is one person in charge? It's not me, or one person in charge and it is me. Like who's going to help me with this?
You should be the one in charge as the leader.
Okay.
Now, if you're big enough and you have an ops manager or some
Yep.
ops team that you can hand
Yep.
it off to help execute it, you really want to do it together and build it as a team,
Okay.
because then you get buy-in and
Yeah.
everybody feels good about the process, and we've agreed to this, and yeah, this makes sense. So but I still, as the leader,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
you're still responsible.
Yeah, and I guess I'm going to benefit the most by getting more loans and everybody being happy and getting more referrals. So,
Even if you hand it off to one of your managers, one of your
mhm.
leaders below
Yeah.
you, you still got to oversee and make sure it's happening. And
Mhm.
then there's a whole process to keep it in place and check it.
Do we have any kind of a checklist or anything for this?
We have, in fact, I think we've over checklists. We got a lot of checklists, but you really want to, what are the major keys? But you're an ex-pilot or still are a pilot. How often people always say, well, I don't need a checklist. I've been doing this for years. How often as a pilot do you ever take off or take your trip without going through your checklist?
Without going through the checklist, only on those times I'm not coming back home. Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
exactly.
Like every time. Do we have something we can give away?
Yeah, we can have a checklist that, or in a basic map, just to kind of how do you map this thing out?
Yeah, like perfect. That sounds good. Hell, I'd like to see that. So,
Okay,
I bet Kristen's going to be the one giving it out.
okay.
How do I talk to Kristen for her to give this out to me?
Oh, go to just schedule something with us. Www.profitdrivenplan.com.
Profitdrivenplan.com and get the checklist for the white glove service. Yeah, these can be really, really, really game changers. They can. And you know what else I found? I found higher producing agents expect a white glove service, and
100%.
so do higher producing loan officers if you're looking to attract them to the team, and higher producer buyers, high volume buyers. They're used to going to the Ritz Carlton, not the Motel 6. Awesome, dude, man.
100%.
Hey, give me that URL one more time.
Profitdrivenplan.com.
When you schedule that call, they'll get on a calendar and they'll give it to you at no charge. They'll give you that checklist. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Kevin.
I appreciate you. Thanks, Carl. See ya.